A little funk sauce this morning. How's everyone doing today? I don't like that this is low. Critical thinking. This is usually when I just stack a bunch of books. Whatever I think we're just gonna have to make do. I think it looks different than normal. There we go, we're in it. Hello, hello. You guys, I am still eating my breakfast. So this is just what it is this morning. Sometimes I take a little bit too long with my morning routine, and I was reading this morning. Also, I went to bed late last night for absolutely no reason. So next thing you know, just was a late start to the day, and I didn't get to finish my breakfast yet. So I have my oatmeal, as always, and I have my matcha. Hello, there's lots of peeps up in here. I love when the hee hee. Hello, hello. Lydia, Andrea, is that how you say it? Jillian, Celeste, Valeria. I hate that I can't pronounce things. Feel free to literally always correct me. Any, hello. I stayed up for this live I'm living for. Wait, what time is it where you live / what country are you from? Hello, hello, hello. Just eating dinner. Hi, Tova. Hello, new subscriber. Thank you. Welcome. Guys, thank you for the love. Wait, you guys are so cute. Philippines. Wow, that's crazy. What time is it there? You guys, hello. Oh my gosh. It's 1 a.m. there. Wow, I really appreciate that. Okay, here's my thing. Because the other day, I'm going to end up talking and not even eat my breakfast. But the other day, you guys, hello, there's so many people from all over. Yes, send your countries. I love it so freaking much. I did an Instagram question box yesterday, and I literally couldn't even, first of all, I had so many responses. I couldn't even organize them enough to count them all. But the amount of different countries you guys are from blows my mind. Countries I don't even know, I didn't even know existed or where they are. I'm blown away, and it's just so amazing, and I'm determined to go back and count them because I want to know how many countries and states in the US that this Live Fit crew extends to, because it's insane. There was all over, Germany, Italy, Australia, New Zealand, Philippines, Morocco, Ecuador, I can't even, Iceland, everywhere. It was so insane to me. It was so freaking sick that we can just connect all of this in one main mission, come together for it. It's so sick. I love this, you guys. This is insane. And I was super surprised when I thought one person followed me from Australia. I apparently have so many followers from Australia, New Zealand, and I love that part of the world. It was so cool to me. Hi, how are you? Thank you. Hello. And sending love to Morocco. That's crazy. You're from all the way there. I'm doing really well this morning. I've been feeling I've been going to bed later than normal lately, but I still in the mornings have been feeling super happy. Also, let me know if this music is a little bit too loud. I feel like it's a titch. But I don't know, you guys, something that helps me so much, also weird little side note, in the mornings to get in a good mood, it's just I'll get up and I talk to myself anyways, but I'll get up and I'll just start thinking, I'll just literally be good morning, I'll start saying it out loud I'm talking to people. I'm so weird, but this is what I do. I'll be good morning, and I'll just start saying things I'm grateful for, or just start talking in a happy manner and just set the tone right off the bat. It really does work. I need to take a bite of this oatmeal before it gets pasty as fook. I just got an idea. Also, I feel a need to say what's in my oatmeal, even though I say it all the time. But in case you're new, I have oatmeal with cinnamon, flax seeds. I put water in it just till the oats are covered. Put it in the microwave for a minute. Pop it back out. Give it a stir ski. Dark chocolate chips, almond butter. It's a must. Diced up strawberries. It's the best fruit in oatmeal. Banana's a close second. And then flax seeds on top. It's so freaking good. Also, you guys, I'm on one right now. Someone DM'd me right before this and was basically essentially said how they listen to these live streams as podcasts. And I was That is so cute, A, and B, I love that. Like, because I really do want to start a podcast one day, but I thought it was like so clever just to like let it play, because it's definitely gonna be a lot just to like sit down and watch it. But you guys, I'm scrolling back up and seeing where everyone is from. See, like Austria, that's so sick. It's 1 a.m. where you guys are and 1 p.m. somewhere else, unless you meant 1 a.m. But you guys, that's insane. Thank you guys for still like coming here. Wait, oh my gosh. You guys are so talkative today. I love it. I'm so hyper right now. But sometimes I feel like when I have like a live like this, or if I'm doing like an Instagram poll or an Instagram question box, I like want to thank people for participating. And I feel like a literal teacher. Like, you know, in class when they're like, everyone asks questions, and then they're like, oh, thank you for like participating in the activity, but like you never want to be the actual one to talk. That's how you feel. And I'm like, okay, that's a little much, Liv, but that's really how I feel about it. I just want to say like, thank you for participating. Wait, I missed a message up here that I'm trying to scroll back. Caroline, thank you for all of your wonderful content. I do one of your workouts every time I'm at the gym. Helped so much for getting started. Oh, I love that. Thank you for letting me know. That's super sweet. That makes me happy. You guys, I'm so thankful that I have you guys just like on a normal freaking Sunday morning for me to like hang out with. Like, this means so much to me that you guys are here. Sorry, I'm trying to get my whereabouts because I haven't been looking at this. Hi from Hawaii. Dude, I want to move to Hawaii so badly. Hi from Utah. What part of Utah are you from? See, Argentina, Madagascar, shut up. That's so sick. South Africa, India. Sister Eucaline, thank you. Michigan, Massachusetts. 10:30 at night in India. This is so insane, you guys. Thank you. I need to eat my breakfast, you're right. Oh my gosh. I love you guys so much. It's not even funny. Wait, I love that you guys are like friends on here. Strawberries need to be on oatmeal. You guys, the other day, I was out of fresh strawberries. Tragedy. And so, I was too lazy to actually go to the store like just to get strawberries. I had frozen berries. And I was determined, like, I was like, I can't just have oatmeal. Like, oatmeal without berries is like a chocolate chip cookie without the chocolate chips to me. Like, I need the berries on top. Really brings it all together. And so basically, I had frozen berries for a smoothie. I microwaved them and put them on top. That's how desperate I was to have some sort of berry sweetness on my oatmeal. It worked. It was good, but... Poland. You guys, okay, does this mean I can, like, travel the world and then, like, see all you guys, or what? Dude, if Live went on a tour, you're hiking right now? That's sick. I need to actually go do that today. Aw, I love podcasts because it makes me feel like they're my besties. I love that too. Yeah, I really, really want to do that. And like lately, it was like really on my mind in the beginning of the year. Didn't take action towards it. And then lately, these past few weeks have been like, but the podcast. Thank you for the... Okay. Thank you for the love about my energy. Do you know anything about ashwagandha? Yeah, bro, I actually used to take it, especially last year when it was like the heat of my hormonal imbalance situation. It's really good to help, like, it's a natural adaptogen, so it's just like a natural, completely natural supplement that just helps to, it like works with your body is how I describe adaptogens kind of, to naturally lower your cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone. So I took it when I was trying to balance out my hormones, because if you have too high of stress levels, like that causes an can contribute to hormonal imbalance. And especially with me struggling with hypothalamic amenorrhea, or HA, I needed to de-stress my body. So I took it and I enjoyed it. I would always recommend it. It's a super safe thing. Obviously consult your doctor if you feel more comfortable with doing so. But that's something you like can't really go wrong with. You're eating breakfast too. I love it. Wait. I need to take another bite. Wow, I'm feeling on one today. Is this our celebratory live stream for 30K though? I'm ridiculous. I'm literally, this is like literally still my pajama shirt. And I'm just chilling with you guys eating breakfast. I love it though. Sometimes I'm like, what's the point of all getting done up if you don't want to be getting done up in the first place? Does that make sense? Sometimes I'm like, oh, I feel like I should be put together, but I'm like, I'm just me. This is what I'd be doing anyways. I don't know. All right, I need to scroll back up. I feel like I have so many things I want to tell you guys right now. I'm like, I've been following you for about a month and I just love your content. You're such an inspiration, girl. Thank you. I'm happy you're here. That means a lot to me. Poland, Mexico, New Jersey. I had my hamstrings for like 4 days after trying one of your workouts. Dude, they're no joke. Okay, you guys, if you saw my latest vlog, that guy in there is like one of my best friends that I met here in Utah. And he's like this sick, he's big, like he's like 6'2", like he's not like super like beefy. He's like 6'2", but still like 190 pounds. He's been doing my workouts, like he's come to like my last 2 leg days because he had like a bummed knee, long story. Got surgery on his knee, so he's coming back. So like I'm comparing like my borderline peak to his like baseline, like lowest recovery point. But regardless, I still was lifting he was doing the same weight that I was, and I was hitting more reps than him with that weight. So I just was like, and he's been like, he'll be sore for like the whole week. And so I'm like, listen, what do you think Lift Fit does in the gym, bro? I don't sit there just to, you know, look pretty. I'm in there to work, you know what I'm saying? It just was funny. But yes, love that for you that you're having good workouts though. Everybody's in such exotic places and I'm in Michigan. That's actually really funny. Same though, I mean, I'm here in Utah. Oregon, I love Oregon. I always say Oregon, not Oregon. But I love it there. Everything was so lush. I'm a waterfall fiend, so I would love to go back there. I love it. California, love California as well. Would love to live there at some point. I just really want to experience coastal living, you know? Another bite. Paulina, I recognize you from Instagram DMs. Can you guys hear me? Something it said reconnecting. Wait, am I still on here? It said I was reconnecting. Did I just cut out? Or have I been here? Okay. But I'm back. I cut out, but I'm back. Okay. How tragic, but I'm back. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I'm in the same place as normal with normal Wi-Fi. Anyway, I just did a bodybuilding comp yesterday and I can't sleep. My brain can't stop ticking. It's 3 a.m. here in Australia. Oh my gosh, sister, Haley. Dude, okay, I love that you're here for me, but I feel like this is gonna make you get more wired to stay up. I feel like when I can't sleep, I just need to like close my eyes and just sit there, and eventually like, once enough time passes, I pass out. I hope your bodybuilding competition went well though. How did it go? That's crazy. Good for you that you actually like stepped on stage. That's super impressive. I wish get Madagascar is so cool. I wish. Drop the mascara. I don't have any mascara on. The only, honestly, if you guys have good mascara recommendations, let me know. The one that I use is like the Neutrogena. Oh, of course I don't remember it because I literally don't use it. It's, oh my gosh. This bothers me when I know it and then it's like on the tip of my tongue and I can't say it. It's Neutrogena like naturals type thing. Oh my gosh, Full and Soft, that's what it is. Neutrogena Full and Soft mascara, waterproof is what I usually use, but these are my natural lashes, I just curl them. You guys, no makeup routine. I literally will put some eyeshadow like in here to help accentuate the peak of my eyebrow, curl the lashes. Do I have chocolate on my lips? Probably. And then chapstick or like a lip liner. That's all I'll do. And that will be like my makeup for the day without needing to put any on. Okay, I'm scrolling back up. Hi from Austria at 7:11 p.m. See, that's a good time. Well, it was 11:11 here when you sent that. Wait, that's so cool. I recently found your channel and I love your positivity and overall vibe. Thanks for the great energy. Thank you so much. I'm happy you're here. I love those messages that are like, I just found you. I've been watching your channel. I'm like, welcome to the chat, sister. From South Africa, that's amazing. I'm from Spain. 11:40 p.m. here. Where is that? Okay. English. Where are you right now, rice ball? Okay. Do you track your workouts in terms of calories? I track it like on my watch, but I don't like track I don't take the calories into account at all. It doesn't affect like what I'm eating or how hard I work out the next day or anything like that. Like I track it to track my, like to keep the time because it helps me move along. And honestly, to look at my heart rate. But yeah, I don't do anything like in terms of the calories of how much I burn in a workout. I love the work you do and how you've made me love exercising. I love that. That means the world. Thank you for saying that. Brekkie, it's 1912 here. Okay, this is might be a stupid question, but I don't know. Are there some countries that only go off of military time? Is that a dumb question? Or is that a real thing? 8 p.m. where you guys are? You guys, I just picture if you were to like zoom out on the globe and there was pinpoints of where each of us are right now, that'd be insane. We'd be so spread out, but yet together. Where are your rings from? So cute. Thank you. All right. I just made it seem like I completely disregarded the question. Hang on. I need another bite of this glorious oatmeal. And a sip of my tea. Matcha. Ring time. You guys, I literally feel like I could sit here for hours and talk to you guys. I'm like really into this right now. Okay, rings. They're all from either like hole-in-the-wall shops during traveling or gifts. I don't get my rings from any like generic shops. That's why my jewelry means so much to me because I collect it. I'm also a very sentimental person. I get attached to like inanimate objects. But like I love like little souvenir tribute little things. So they're all something that I like collect it. So it means a lot to me, essentially what I already said. Firstly, this ring is my favorite ring ever because butterflies are my spirit animal. And I just love it. It's perfect. And I got this in New Zealand like 2 years ago when I was there. Shout out to all my New Zealand residents. I would love to go back there. This is a flower wrap ring, which I love the color. Blue is my favorite color. And it's like a continuous wrap. Like this is one little band. So it gives me like a vine vibe. This I got in an antique shop in upstate New York, an antique show. It's a really big antique show. It's called Belkville. If you're from upstate New York, you definitely know of it. I'm telling you, antique shows have such good jewelry, you guys. And it's like so unique, and it's jewelry that like no one else will have the same one as you. I have this like really interesting like Native American cuff, which I got there as well, like years and years and years ago, but it's so unique and like no one's gonna have this, and so I love it. I mean, it like just it brings me back to the time that I got it, and I just feel like I'm carrying a timepiece with me. So I love collecting jewelry. These two are actually both handmade. And what music am I listening to right now? This is just like a lo-fi live, like a live stream. Just look up like lo-fi, L-O-F-I, hip hop music. I think this is what this is. And it's always like a little cartoon character for the image. Okay, back to this. This is like a little mountain range. Both of these are handmade. I don't know if I already said that. And this one says "See Forever" on it. I got both of these in Telluride, Colorado, in a little small shop. And I went to Telluride with like my best friends from high school. This was just this past January. And I love that it was handmade because I was supporting an artist. And then it just makes me think of my friends and that trip and all of that stuff. And then See Forever is like a really famous ski run there, or like a scenic ski run at Telluride Mountain. It's a ski area, but I just felt like it stood for more, like See Forever to me. I just feel like it spoke for more in different realms and stuff. And I don't know, I just really liked what it said. So those are two that I stack there on Yes by Ring Finger. This is just a plain band from LA. The first time I went there, I was also with one of my best friends. This sun is from San Diego when I went there. This was actually gifted from a shop here, actually, where I live in Utah, but my sister got it for me before I lived here. And it was from a Native American shop. This one was actually from one of my like ex-boyfriends a long time ago, but we're on good terms, not weird. And I just like that it's a wave because I really like water. I'm also a water sign, and I like surfing and all that good stuff. So that was a really long ring tour, but there you go. I need to skedaddle. I mean, like, get through these quicker. I have a question. So we can't get pregnant if we have amenorrhea, even if we have unprotected sex. Does anyone know? Do not. I'm like really confident in this answer, but I don't want to like condone unprotected sex because you're going to be like, I can't get pregnant, so sick. So do your own research. But in case you don't know, amenorrhea is essentially when you like stop getting your period. Hypothalamic amenorrhea is when you stop getting your period due from like under eating, over exercising, or just like having too much high stress on your body. So honestly, my answer to this is no, that you can't get pregnant even if you don't have unprotected sex, because the whole thing is you're not ovulating. So if there's no egg, this is really getting intense, but since there's no egg to be fertilized, I'm sorry if this makes anyone uncomfortable, but you know, life of being a woman. If there's no egg to be fertilized, you like can't get pregnant. So that would be my answer to that. But of course, feel free to fact check me and don't take my word on this and say like, okay, sick, I'm gonna have unprotected sex, because obviously to protect you from STDs and all that stuff, which is so important as well. That's something that I feel like I was never like learned. Like, I just feel like that's not stressed as much as it should be. So like, have protected sex no matter what. But honestly, the answer is I don't think so, because you're not even ovulating to have a primed egg that's ready to become fertilized. I still can't believe your skincare is just water. Dead OMG, she is blessed. Thank you. Yeah, and I know I don't say that like I don't have a skincare routine, because I know that like you should be taking care of your health, of your skin. And like someone messaged me and was like, you should be using sunscreen at least, which I'm like, you're right. This is a conversation for another day. But like, I do think like a sunscreen and a moisturizer is definitely really important, but my skin doesn't feel super dry, so I don't feel the need to use one. And also in terms of sunscreen, there just has been so many studies come out that like, there's like ingredients in there that aren't good for your skin that, and I think it's different, you know, like if you buy a really high-end one, but like for me, I'm not gonna go spend, you know, upwards of $50 or more than that on a sunscreen. I'm just not gonna do it. So like all of the, I guess the drugstore ones that I would have would be, have been shown to have like carcinogenic ingredients and stuff like that. And I'm like, I would rather just age and, you know, have some wrinkles or whatever and sun damage, because that meant I was outside and living life. I know so many people aren't gonna agree, but that's okay. That's just how I feel. Like, I'm like, I don't really care if I have wrinkles. That shows that I was out living life. Like, it's character. It's marks of me being engaged in life. So, I don't know. To each their own. I definitely could benefit from a sunscreen and a moisturizer at some point, but right now I'm just chilling, I guess. Good morning. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I love that contribution of good energy. Thank you. Good morning to you too. I'm having a swell day. Hope everyone else is too. Is there any way to give yourself more of an hourglass shape? I'm naturally square, and I've always wondered if it's possible. Yes, especially through weight training. Train your back by training your legs and your back specifically, amongst like, you want to train everything evenly, but this specifically will help to like widen your back and then widen out your legs, so it will inevitably make your waist look smaller. And that's why I do a lot of like lateral work on leg days, because I'm telling you, that's what's helped to build up like the sides of my glutes, like my glute medius and minimus, so smaller muscles around your hips, and just like the upper portion of my glute muscle in general, my glute max. And it has genuinely like so much helped me to round out my hips. I have a photo on my Instagram that you could kind of tell, the difference from like back when I first started to this year. And it 100% is more like rounded out. So work on your back, work on your legs, and do like lateral work for your legs, such like lateral plane of motion movement patterns. So like a lateral lunge, a side leg press, side kicks, like glute medius kickbacks, any abduction work, that sort of thing. Yes, YouTube algorithm blessed me with your channel a few weeks ago. I'm so grateful to have found this community. I love that. Welcome. How to use a leg press in a program? I don't know exactly what you mean by that. Like how do you use the leg press, or how would I use it? How would I program it into like a workout structure? Paulina, hello. You're from Mexico. Do you speak Spanish? A little bit, super little bit. I can understand it by listening to it and read it better than I can speak it and write it. If that makes sense. I studied abroad in Spain. last January, in the year of 2020. Stayed with a host mom who spoke not a lick of English. I know it's a different like type of kind of Spanish than in Mexico, but yeah, I was able to like understand her. Like she would be able to talk to me and I'd like understand what she was saying, like get the main chunks of it. But then like I had to go home after 2 months because of COVID, so it was sad. Hello from Atlanta, hello. Thank you for the wish to enjoy my brekkie. She said exotic, no, I'm in Norway. Fall is full on here now, cold, 12 degrees. I really want to go to Norway. I'm not even kidding you. Like I really, really, really want to go. And I majored in international business. So like in one of my, minored in international business. And in my international business class this past semester, like my last semester, we would look at like, you know, like just the differences in different countries between like corruption and like the happiest places and the most peaceful places. Norway literally was always top 3 in like the best rankings of things, whether it being for like least corruption or like most happy people or most like, well, I don't even know, like most natural landscape or stuff like that. Like all the good areas that you'd want to be ranked in, Norway was like always top 3 in all of them. So I want to go. What part of Utah do you live? I get asked this a lot. The people who live in Utah, I think, know where I live because I live in like a pretty iconic little town in Utah. And so I think the people who are familiar with it can really easily tell from my vlogs. But I don't want to just like say it out here because as I'm growing, like it just doesn't sit well with me, like having people know where I am. And I don't mean that in like a weird way. I don't know if that's like too overbearing of me. But right now I don't feel comfortable like fully disclosing where I live. But I will tell you I live like 30-ish minutes outside of Salt Lake City. So I'm like northerner part, like I'm not down south by like Moab or St. George. I'm by like Salt Lake City. I love your workouts and thank you for writing them down in the description. So helpful, of course. I want you guys to be able to screenshot it and take it with you. Also, I do timestamps because I know my vlogs are so freaking long. But I'd rather have you guys have all the information than be able to sort through it. Paulina, you're the best. Thank you. So are you. I appreciate you guys' support so much. You honestly changed my life. Got my period back and so motivated. Wait, you guys, the like literal, how much I get lit up when someone tells me they get their period back is insane. Congrats, Mackenzie. That's so amazing. I'm so happy for you. That's so exciting. I always say welcome back to womanhood. I don't know about you, but like, when I didn't have my, you know, it's like one of those things you don't know what you have until it's gone. It was like, I didn't even realize like how amazing it was to feel feminine and feel like a woman. And like, once I felt like, when I didn't have my period, I felt like I had my womanhood like stripped away from me. And I was like, wait a second, like that's my power of being a woman, is like being able to create life. So that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. Oh, and that's so sweet you say that I changed your life. That's amazing. Hi, Vin. Think you should trademark the term brekkie for some t-shirts to sell. I would, but that's so an Australian slang term, so I kind of can't. I just wish I was Australian / I want to be in Australia, so I just say it. I would love that, though. Want to know what I feel like is me that I could trademark? I feel like I've realized when I edit my vlogs how much I say, like, something of the century, like tragedy of the century, or like best brekkie of the century, or best fruit of the century. I've realized I do that. How long did it take you to get your period back, Mackenzie Dean? I love you guys chit-chatting together. I know you didn't ask me, but just to contribute, mine took 4 to 6 weeks. Mackenzie Dean, let us know how long it took you. What are your fave songs / artists? I need more workout jams. I'm so high vibe right now, you guys. It's not even funny. I listen to so many different types of music. It's not even funny. But in terms of workout stuff, I don't like when people ask me this question. I'm going to be honest. Not that I appreciate the question, but I always get really pressed to try to answer it. It's really hard for me because I listen to so many different things. Lately, I really have been liking, I need to like literally look. I've really been in an EDM vibe lately, or I've been listening to a lot of mixes. But I ideally like rap, like classic like Eminem, like Logic, NF, that type of stuff never really disappoints me. And then I also like 2000s hip hop type music, like 50 Cent. That's just like fun vibe. I have, if you go to my Instagram, the link in my bio will have my SoundCloud linked in there and my Apple Music linked in there. And I have playlists that you can kind of sort through. Ruthless and Let's Get It are technically my workout playlists. Ruthless is super hardcore though. It's like hard, like 3 Days Grace, Breaking Benjamin, Linkin Park. So if you're not into that, it might be too aggressive for you. But it's weirdly therapeutic to me because I like grew up with my dad listening to that music. So I honestly think that's why I like it. But I need to go through right now and look through mine because I always forget. I need to look through my Apple Music. But I love country music. I love EDM music. I love like R&B music. I like chill house music. I like John Mayer style. I don't even know what that really would be classified as. Thrive Cosmetics mascara. Okay, noted. Tarte Maneater? Okay, I definitely need to look into that. Essence Princess Lashes Fire and Cheap. Jillian, is that like drugstore? Hi from Arizona. Hello, hello. I went to Arizona past November and I absolutely loved it. I've never been to Mexico, but I would love to go. I want to start going to the gym and lifting, but I've only ever used dumbbells. So I'm nervous, mostly being lost. I have so much to learn. Any advice? Okay. Honestly, someone just commented like yesterday that they like went to the gym for the first time, all this stuff because of my videos, and like it was a big, I just like loved that she was like contributing that to the community, this LiveFit community, because I know it's so scary to go, but like that's always the hardest, scariest part. But like people always go for the first time and people always come out on the other side after the first time, and you need to get through that first time in order to have it become your new normal, you know? So I totally understand being nervous. It's totally valid, but it's not as scary as you think it is. And it's honestly just like a super motivating place. Like, and once you like are relaxed when you go in there, you'll like realize that and be able to feel motivated and feel safe in that same environment. But so in terms of like, you have a lot to learn. Honestly, what I did before I really started in the gym was I just would look up a ton of YouTube videos, research a ton of stuff online, and literally just practice the form like in your room, in your house, if you're nervous at first. So you have more of like, you're more aware and have like better knowledge on how to do the movement pattern. So it's not like your first time when you're in the gym and then you feel super foreign, you know? So that's like a big thing. You'll feel more comfortable once you actually go in there. And I don't know if you mean mostly of being lost, like literally like not knowing where things are, not knowing how to use things, or like, yeah, mentally being lost. But just know like, you guys, there's gonna be a learning curve with anything you do in life. Like, anything you do for the first time is gonna feel foreign, is gonna feel uncomfortable, but that's okay. Like that's where you learn a new thing. That's when you expand your horizons. That's when you like evolve as a person. So you just have to get in there. It's not as scary as you think. I still do things, like I'm still learning things in the gym that I didn't know how to do. And it's kind of just like releasing that ego, releasing like feeling scared of feeling embarrassed. Like you're there to learn something new. You should be proud of that. That's something to be like praised and admired for. And all those things that come with a learning curve like is a good thing. Like we always think that like embarrassment and all this stuff is bad, but like that's our mental connotation that we're having with these things, when really it's not embarrassing. You don't look stupid. You're just learning something new, you know? So go in there, and I know you're gonna crush it, Nikki, and you're gonna be so happy that you went in there. Just trust me, first time is the hardest part. Hello from Canada. Hello, Sophia. Did you lose the fat you gained to heal from HA? I think some of it, but not all of it. Like I was never as lean as I was when I didn't have my period during that time. Like I was like 127 and a half pounds at the lightest I'd ever had noticed that I weighed myself. Then like during the winter, I got up to like 135. And then now I'm down to like between 130 and like 132. So like I'm leaner, but not like as lean as I was. Favorite cheat meal? I don't really go on like, I don't have cheat meals like that or like cheat days. It's just like if it's happening in my life, then I end up having it. I still haven't finished my oatmeal. I'm almost done though. And I would so much rather have a dessert than like a cheeseburger and fries. Like I'm so much more of a sweet person. So I'm gonna say ice cream or a donut, but I love ice cream. So like that's what I'd rather get if I'm gonna have like a cheat meal. I'll go get ice cream. But I don't I let myself have whatever I want when I'm craving it, or like if my friends are doing it, like going out to like go get ice cream and I wanna go, I'll go. I don't like have it planned. From Scotland, 6:18 p.m. Love that. I wish I could find like a universal great time to go live that would suit everyone. It's 12:20 p.m. for me in Jamaica. Love that. I don't even know how behind I am on these. Hi, Olivia. You inspired me to start weight training. I'm usually a runner. I just did my first week of weight training workouts last week. Loving it so far. I love that for you, Rachel. It's totally, I know like weight training isn't for everyone, but I'm super stoked that you're trying it out and I'm happy that you like it so far. I used to run a lot in high school. Just from sports. I played lacrosse and I did indoor track my senior year, so it was a lot. I'm American, but I live in Romania. 8:20 here, p.m. 12:20 in Mexico. Do you live with your parents? I live with my brother, but not like necessarily with my parents. Should I go work out today? I haven't for like 4 days. I've been feeling so tired because I just got the vaccine. What do you think? If you're feeling up to it, I would say go for it. You also don't feel pressure to like do a full force workout. If you want to go walk, stretch, do a light upper body session, maybe that would be a good place to start. But I mean, listen to your body. You know how you feel. Honor that and just do what feels right. The butterfly and the green and blue gem rings are my favorite. Thank you. Oh, I'm from India and it's 10:50 p.m. right now, and I'm all here for you, Liv. Thank you, that was so sweet. How many calories did you eat? Okay, I don't track my food, but I did track like the other day to kind of get a ballpark, and I would say I roughly eat, it really depends, but I roughly eat anywhere between like 1,850 and like 2,050 calories a day, I would say. It's like 1,850 calories to 2,050 calories about. But to be honest, I want to work on slowly raising that to ideally like, I don't know, like 2,100 consistently to like 2,200 calories consistently. I don't know, I'm still kind of shifting all that stuff around. We'll speak on that more eventually because I'm kind of shifting around my training routine as well. This is a whole thing I need to talk to you guys about, but like I'm not ready to talk about it yet because I don't have enough information myself yet. Like I'm still in my experimental phase, like learning about my body right now. And then I'll get back to you. Butterflies are also my spirit animal. I have a butterfly towel. I love that, Lydia. What books do you recommend? Anything by Eckhart Tolle, I think is how you say his name. The Power of Now, phenomenal. A New Earth, phenomenal. I love them so much. And someone requested for me to do a whole video on books, which I so would love to. Those two are like top two. They're amazing for like expanding consciousness and like having spirituality, but more so in the sense of consciousness and just like being smart about your emotions and like changing your perspective. Okay, not to completely bar bomb this conversation between Mackenzie and Astrid, I think is how you say her name. But just I'm reading the comment about she's having trouble like with gaining weight, and that it's hard to eat 2,500 calories to get her period back because she's heard that's how much she needs to eat. But in my experience, again, like I didn't have to go that high to get my period back. I just slowly tried to eat more than I was previously. I probably got up to like maybe 2,300 calories max, and I was able to get it back by like just simply also decreasing my exercise was a huge one, and just mitigating stress. So I guess I just feel like I know that number scares so many people, and then it like prevents them to like going into recovery. Like, don't have that number scare you. Start small and just slowly start to eat more calories, but don't stress about trying to hit 2,500 calories every single day, because that honestly causes like a lot of mental stress too, and it's kind of just like redundant. So I just always say to like focus on trying to eat more because you're going in the right direction, but don't feel this need to like load yourself with a ton of calories and then shock your body even more. Hello from Poland. I love those rings. Thank you. That's a really cute ring. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How old are you? I'm 22. My birthday was June 26th. I also got a comment. This was a bit ago now. They thought I was a Virgo. I'm a Cancer. Very much so a Cancer. Those rings would go great with the trademark brekkie t-shirt from a LiveFit online gift shop. Maybe one day, Vin. Dog person or cat person? Dogs. You guys, I grew up with a lot of animals. I've never said this at all to anyone on here, but literally because my mom was kind of like, my parents are divorced, but my mom had us on like a mini, it was like a mini farm. Like we had a horse at one point. We had a lot of acres and pastures. So we had like a horse at one point. This was all at the same time. A horse, 4 goats, 3 dogs, and a cat. And it just was like a lot. So regardless, I'm just saying I grew up with a cat as well. And I just don't resonate with cats. I just don't. It honestly is like a joke in my family how much I like didn't get along with our cat. So definitely more of a dog person. Have you ever been to Chicago? For a blink, I went to the Bean for a hot sec because I was driving with my brother across country when he was moving to Boulder, Colorado, and I drove with him. Hi from South Africa. Hello. Should I have that fat on my body to heal from HA? Sometimes, this is like super subjective to the individual, because this is the thing. I lost my initial losing of my period. I was not like super skinny at all. I wasn't super lean at all. I was honestly like more so like kind of the heaviest I'd ever been. But it was because I just had cut my calories so quickly that's what caused me to lose my period. So it's different for everyone. It's like all these, there's like different pillars. And if any of those pillars are out of balance, that's what will cause you to lose your period. But just because you're underweight, like, how should I say that? You don't have to be underweight to lose your period. I guess what I'm gonna say, you don't have to be super low body fat percentage to lose your period. So it depends, you know, if you're currently very lean, if you're a really low body fat percentage, then yes, you might need to put fat on your body, because fat really is necessary with regulating estrogen in our body, right? So it just really depends if you're low body fat or not. Hi, I'm from the UK, love you so much. Hello, Lauren, thank you, I love you too. Skin cancer is kind of an issue, but I get you. Abby, I'm not gonna fight you on that. But yeah, I don't know. You're right. I just feel like there's just like always controversial things for everything. You know what I mean? Like I just listened to a whole podcast about it because I just was very interested, and like it's just interesting to hear all these different people's point of views. Essentially, like their question that they raised in the podcast was like, is it these man-made like foreign products that we're putting on our skin that's like, is it the sun that's like the source of life for all things that's causing us cancer, or is it these man-made products that are foreign to us that we're putting on our skin, which is like a permeable membrane? It just was interesting. It just was like questioning the whole concept of it, I guess. Wow, I missed so much. Have you ever had higher level of creatine in blood since you consume protein? No. Not that I know of. Advice on how to maintain muscle during a lockdown, especially with those limited weights at home. Keep your protein high. You're gonna wanna train until failure with what you're doing, even if it's bodyweight exercise or light weight. Something that also helps is to add like pulses or increase time under tension. So add like half reps with the movements that you're doing. Do exercises for like a timed like for amount of time instead of a number of reps, or put exercises in circuit format, so it's minimizing your rest time to also increase difficulty, and also focus on doing like unilateral movements instead of bilateral movements. For example, doing like a lunge instead of a squat, those types of things that would be harder to handle the load that you have. The book I'm currently reading is The Healing Self, and whoa, a huge bee is on my wall, on my window. Trying to get into the house. But it's basically all about like how the mind-body connection and how you can heal yourself with your mind essentially, and just like how lifestyle factors will help so much to preventing like disease and all that stuff, and making you like be your healthiest that you can be. So in terms of like minimizing stress, exercise, reducing inflammatory foods, I'm super excited to get more into it because it's very science-based. And I think it will just help me like expand my knowledge on this all to like hopefully relay it back to you guys. It's written by 2 doctors. It's a pretty famous book though. It's called The Healing Self again. Do you have a full-time job or are you a student? Okay, so I just finished college in this past May, degree in supply chain management. If you're in the US, you're probably familiar with Penn State from their Smith College of Business. Minored in international business and, why am I blanking? Entrepreneurship. But no, so I'm not a student anymore. I already graduated, but this is what I do for my job now. I'm super blessed. I don't make like crazy money. Again, like I'm living with my brother, so he like, you know, helping me out and all that stuff. But I mean, I'm like super content with where I am for kind of just coming out of school and trying to chase my passion and just kind of starting from the ground up. So yeah, this is what I do. Have you ever had a trainer? I currently have one and it's so awkward because I have no idea what to talk about. I haven't had an in-person trainer, but I have trained people. I feel like that would be like their job to initiate conversation. I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe you can find one that you resonate more with that's like easier to have a relationship with them. But I don't know, just let it flow. They're just like another person. If you have any questions about like the workouts and stuff, that definitely would be stuff to talk to them about. But I feel like trainers, it's like known that they like always end up knowing their clients all of their life issues, because the client usually always will just like spill out their life guts. I feel like that happened to me. Like I've only had a couple clients, but they would just like start talking to me about like what's going on in their life and what they're stressed about. Because working out is like a therapy session, so I feel like it just came out. Hello from Dubai, so sick. Hello from Argentina, hello. How long have you been into spirituality, health? Honestly, since it super started super like small scale. My summer after my sophomore year of college, so 2019, I want to say, is when that's when I got into like the importance of gratitude and affirmations. But then like in terms of like the mind-body connection, that kind of just stemmed last year in 2020. And that's why I've been so like into it. I'm from Spain. Where did you stay? I'm curious now. Alicante, Spain. Definitely said that with the richest American accent that I could have, but there you are. Hello from Rhode Island. Hello, Lauren. You are truly my inspiration. Thank you. It's very kind. Hi, Olivia. I'm from Bangladesh. That's amazing. That's crazy. Have you ever experienced complete burnout? Like you don't feel motivated to work out? Sometimes you feel like you can't physically work out. Never to the point of like, honestly, no. I don't know if this is because I hate when I sound so like completely unrelatable, but it's the truth. I don't know. I just feel like I think because I've gotten to a point where it's been so routine for me that I don't really have the time to like think about it. I definitely 100% go through phases where I'm not motivated, where I'm not super invested into my workouts, where I'm not excited about them, where it feels super mundane and going through the motions. But I personally wouldn't classify that as like a burnout where I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like to me, a burnout is like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm just done. Like I need a break. I've never really had that. It's more so like I'll go through lulls while I'm like, I'm just not really feeling this. I'm not super juiced up. I'm not really excited to be here. So I always feel like I'm going through the motions. But I would say like advice in terms of that is like either you might need to take a break, because I'm totally aware working out doesn't light up every single person. Like some people, it's just not your cup of tea and your passion, and that's okay. You don't need to feel guilty about it. So maybe you do need to take a break or decrease your intensity, focus on more like slow, mindful movement instead, change up your workouts, try something completely different. Or just like I said, be patient. Take the time just to go through the motions, to stay in the routine, and just know that like that feeling is gonna pass. Hello, 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 hello. Do you wash your hair every day? No, I wash my hair like once a week, one to 2 times a week. I need to do it 2 times a week. Sometimes I'll just wear my hair in braids for like, I just will keep putting them in braids, and then it like makes me prolong washing it. But yeah, 1 to 2 times a week. Tevideo desde Colombia. I know that's from Colombia, but I don't know Te veo. I thought that was I see you from Colombia. That doesn't make sense, but I thought that's what it would say. Please clarify, because now I'm really curious what that means in English. Me, not me, stopping mid-workout to watch. Thank you for being here. I hope you're having a good workout. Guys, I'm like a half an hour behind on these. Hello from Europe, hello. Greetings from Mexico, hello, hello, hello. Ever since watching vids and heard you say that you're thankful for your body being able to move and work out, that saying motivates me to work on, appreciate my body even more. Thank you. I love that so much. That makes me so happy. Norway summer is amazing. It's just too short. It's sure to have a good place to live. I backpacked for years and I have seen a lot, so I'm really grateful to be here. You're welcome to come to Norway, Olivia. I love that. I get that. That's how it is where I'm from in upstate New York. The summers are really short, but the summers are beautiful, but they're just short. That's amazing though that you backpacked. Did you go to different countries? Or do you mean like through your country? That's so amazing though. Is it necessary to eat 2,500 calories for to get here? Good thing I answered this already. Yes, I said you don't need to jump to 2,500 calories. Focus on slowly just eating more than previously, because you're going in the right direction, and like eventually let your hunger and like digestion, like your hunger cues and digestion to adapt and get used to that higher food intake, and it'll be easier to eat more. NF intro part 2 will forever and always be my pre-gym pump song. Wait, I so need to listen to that. NF intro part 2. Thank you, Lydia. I definitely want to listen to that. New to your channel and I saw your mad hamstring vibes during a deadlift. Instantly had to subscribe. Thank you. I don't know what it is, but this past year my legs have gotten very defined. It's very interesting. Thank you, though. I like the big windows behind you. Bet it's such a big vibe at times. Yes, Sam, it's honestly amazing. The whole wall is all windows, and it's just great to see like the blue skies. Now I want to show you. I wish it would like focus it, but you can see all the blue skies, or like, because again, I'm like in a ski town in Utah. When we get like dumped with snow and you are able to like come up from that little balcony up there and all you see is just snow on the trees, it just looks like you're like in a snow globe winter wonderland, and it's amazing. I was very thankful. Hi from Finland, hello. Come to Bangladesh. Dude, I would literally be down to go anywhere. Out here eating late dinner, the time difference is lit. I'm eating my brekkie while you're eating your din din. Love that though. Love from Brazil, you're such an inspiration for me. Thank you, Casey. What do you recommend if my gym doesn't have a barbell hip thrust equipment? If it doesn't have a barbell pad, totally can buy one like on Amazon. It should have a free, if you're like at a Planet Fitness and there's no free barbell, I've never done hip thrusts on a Smith machine, but you definitely can. So I would look up video, like if you know KK Fit on Instagram, I feel like I see them do Smith machine hip thrusts a lot. So you could use a hip thrust machine as well, or just use a heavy dumbbell. Hi Rose, I just wanted to tell you that your videos are a family favorite. I got my cousins onto you. Thanks Rose, that's actually amazing. Hi Creed, I'm 30 minutes late. No worries, because I'm 30 minutes late reading all of these, so I talk too much. OMG, hola, hello Angela, I'm from Puerto Rico, I love that. 1:40 p.m. in PR, how many calories are you? I already answered that, but in the comments are coming in late for you. I think that too, and also I'm just taking forever to go through them. How do I make oatmeal and not taste terrible? You guys, literally, I don't understand how people don't like oatmeal, because it's literally an oatmeal cookie. I already said this, but I just ate my oatmeal today, during this live. I don't know if you came on a little late, but oatmeal, quick oats, cinnamon, it's a key. Flax seeds makes it thick and creamy. Also those omega-3s, because you know we're on our health grind. Water, fill it up till the oats are covered. Pop that into the microwave for 1 minuto. Pop it back out, give it a stir ski. If it's too dry, just add some more water. It's fine. If there's too much water, if it's too soupy, just pop it back in for like 10, 15, 30 seconds. And then you can, it's really easy to play around with the consistency. Then dark chocolate chips, almond butter, diced strawberries, and flax seeds. It's so good. And then I've been topping mine with maple syrup. Oopsie, because it's just so sweet and I love it. I'm telling you, if you still don't like that, I don't know what to tell you. Love from Brazil, it's 2:42 p.m. here. I don't know when this happened, everyone's telling the times, but I love it. You've inspired me to actually start weightlifting, and I totally wish I could send you progress pics, vids, real time. Wait, I love that. You can DM a sister on Instagram. I'm not the best at responding, and I need to get better at that, but DMs are always open. See, yes, add cinnamon to your oats, it makes it so yummy. Exactly. Hi from Dubai. Hello, MK, that's so sick. Okay, but I love that you're seeing so much progress from weightlifting. Circling back to that comment, go you. Hi from Italy. I'm 100% Italian. I would love to go there and then visit all of you guys. Thank you. I'll try that, of course. Wait, did I actually catch up? I think. No. No, not yet. Oh, I get it. You're responding to MK. I was like, wait, she already responded to my oatmeal. How are you, girl? I really enjoy your videos. Thank you. I'm honestly good. I'm feeling good overall. I don't know, lately in the mornings, I've been feeling like super energetic. So happy to be here. And super thankful to like be here with you guys. Yeah, I do scroll up not to miss any. Thank you, Lydia. So I always have to like circle back. Some of these questions, I think you guys sent them again though, because I was taking too long to answer, but I did answer these already, like spiritual health, all that stuff. Hi from Toronto, Canada. Hello. Hello from India. Can't wait to be more inspired by you in the years to come. Oh, thank you. That means a lot. Hi, this is my first time on live. Welcome. Happy you're here. Thank you for coming. I'm 250 pounds and I want to lose a lot of weight. I'm not sure how to start. I'm not sure how to start and what to do. I rarely eat, so being in a calorie deficit is hard. Okay, here's my thing for people who are literally just starting any sort of fitness journey. Because essentially what I don't want to speak for you, but like a very common goal is like body recomp, right? You want to lose some fat, build some muscle to tone up. So what I would say, because I think people add too many variables in at once, and then it gets super confusing and super overwhelming, and then like it's just too much. So especially if you're just starting out, this is what I would advise you to do. Focus on getting on, in terms of nutrition, don't worry about like being in a caloric deficit, a caloric surplus, all that stuff. Focus on trying to get on a regular eating schedule, because you said you hardly eat. So try to have like a breakfast, lunch, a dinner. Focus on just 3 meals for now, and focus on having as many like whole foods and least packaged foods that you can get, things that are protein focused, right? So try to have protein at the core of all of those meals, and try to get on a regular eating schedule to allow your hunger cues to come back and kind of have your metabolism kind of pick up the pace a little bit. Focus on just getting into the gym for an amount of times during the week that's actually like reasonable for you. Don't try to get there 6 days a week if you know that's not sustainable, because it's too big of a lifestyle shift. So maybe only go 2-3 times a week, make it to the gym, and then try to set a step goal. So just increase your daily movement, go for more walks, just try to get some more movement in. Start there, and I'm telling you, you will feel so much better, and you will start to 100% see progress. And then once you kind of have like a more actual eating schedule, you're eating like a substantial amount of calories, then you can kind of address that and figure out how you want to adjust your calories for more of a goal. But that's where I would just start. Try to get on a normal eating schedule. Eat whole foods as much as you can. Stay away from packaged foods. Try to have protein-focused meals. Allow your hunger cues to come back. Focus on moving more just by walking, and try to get into the gym 2, 3, 4 times a week, and just start there. How many sets do you do for glutes in a week? I don't really know. I train legs twice a week. I don't really have a specific glute day. So overall for leg days, I do about anywhere between like 4 to 6 exercises for anywhere for like 3 to 4 sets a piece for each one. So I'm gonna say like, I feel like about like 30 sets a week-ish, I would say. What's some good brands for supplements you recommend? I've always Okay, it depends. Teamy blends, I genuinely love them for like their wellness line. They have good collagen, they have a good greens blend, and they have a good wellness protein. It's TEAMI blends. I do have a code with them. It's LiveFit20 or 20 LiveFit for 20% off, 20 LiveFit. And then in terms of like actual like pre-workout and all that stuff, I've always loved like Ghost Lifestyle for years. PE Science is definitely a very reputable one. I haven't tried First Form, but they're a popular one. EHP Labs is also a very good one. Love all the way from South Africa. Thank you, sending you some love. Have you ever followed any specific workout programs, guides, any recommend, or you're making yourself? I've never followed like another influencer's guide or anything like that. I definitely am going to be making some myself, so stay tuned. Zao definitely coming, Emily. But yeah, I've never followed like another influencer's workout program at all. No, dude, I'm just behind on the comments. I don't know. Are the comments behind? Because what I do is I scroll back up in the chat and then it holds that point. So then it doesn't keep scrolling up. So then I'm like not even aware of all these ones that came in. Hi, David. Hi from Latva. Yep. I didn't say that wrong. Right. Have you ever watched Natasha Ocean? I remember you mentioning Sarah's Day. I watched Drew, so just throwing the recommendation out there. She has a PhD and has done very informative but fun health videos. Yes, she's amazing. I've known her for years. I don't watch her on the regular, but she's definitely super, super knowledgeable. I definitely should get more into that. Do you think you could film a morning and night routine? Can't get enough of your videos. I would love, that's actually such a good idea. I would love to do that. I don't really have a night routine, but I would love to do that. Sitting here contemplating working out. You can do it, sister. You can go do it. I believe in you. It means I'm watching you from Colombia. Like I like watching your videos. Oh, okay. So that kind of makes sense. I was kind of close. Not really, but kind of. What time of day do you prefer to work out? Definitely evening. I'm like a definite evening person. I'm usually there between like 4 to like 6 or 7. Not for like the full 2 hours. It depends what time I get there, but I'm usually there in that window. How do you keep the weight off? Should you still be in that same calorie intake when you were in a calorie deficit during the weight loss journey? Hope that makes sense. P.S. Love your videos. Thank you. No. So when this is just like very textbook theoretical, like how it ideally should work. When you want to lose weight, you go into a caloric deficit, right? So you're eating a little bit less than your maintenance calories, anywhere between like 250 calories to 500 calories below your maintenance level, right? So sorry, I just lost my train of thought because I saw a comment. Ideally, so you would initially like go into your deficit. You might need to keep slowly like decreasing your calories, right, to keep progressing with weight loss. Once you hit your weight loss goal, then ideally you would start to go into a reverse diet where you slowly start to increase your calories again to allow your metabolism to adapt and to get accustomed to that higher level of calories without necessarily put in excess body fat, because you're like doing it in a slow and a controlled manner where you're giving your metabolism enough time to adapt firstly. So no, you're not supposed to, like, because some people get low, like at the end of their cut, they'll be eating 1,600 calories. No, you don't need to sit at that calorie intake forever. Honestly, you don't want to, because that's kind of how you damage your metabolism. I say that very lightly, but then your metabolism gets accustomed to that lower level of calories. So essentially you want to regulate your metabolism again to get it to a healthier, more functioning place by slowly increasing calories and still hitting the gym hard. So it allows your metabolism to slowly get used to that higher caloric intake to allow you to get back up to a maintenance level of calories and still have your metabolism in a healthy place, if that makes sense. And in terms of keeping it off, I'm telling you guys, like walking helps me so much maintain like a leaner physique for sure. So having a daily step goal. Someone as passionate about oatmeal as me. I love that, Kate. Honestly, the fitness community, so many freaking people love oatmeal, bro. It's amazing. Would you go back to school to study kinesiology, exercise science? Like kind of, and I don't, because I know like my degree is kind of random for what I'm doing now, but it wasn't really in the moment because I didn't know that I was like gonna do social media, but I just figured I'd be able to be on like the business side of a fitness company, because at that time I was like, if I were to go to school for exercise science, I could be like a physical therapist, and I didn't want to do that. Like I didn't know what else like, whoa, I could do with it. Sorry, I keep having the hiccups. But I think now, like, yes, I would want it just for my own knowledge. But I do think there's things that I could do because I'm a personal trainer through ACE. Like there's definitely continuing education courses that I can continue to take, which might be of interest to me. Love your Cancer. Me too. Do you believe in astrology? Yeah, I do. I really do. Because it just is so, I don't know. I just do believe in it. It just makes so much sense to me, and it just is always so spot on. We're all just made of stardust, people. Are you gonna save the live? Yes, I do. All my lives always go to my channel. Do you have any suggestions for good workout clothes on a budget? I don't want to break the bank for a pair of leggings. Oof. Honestly, okay, in terms of leggings though, that's just something I feel like is worth investing in, because leggings are hard to find like good quality. I found good quality like loose shorts at like TJ Maxx that were super affordable, and I loved them. I feel like that's, Gymshark like isn't insanely pricey. I don't think their quality is that fantastic, but they're definitely more affordable. You guys all know I love Elfleet. I live for Elfleet, but they're not super affordable. Their leggings are like $70, but I think they're so worth it, personally. Watching while getting ready for a workout, I love that. Emily, so grateful for your positivity. It's so refreshing to see genuine people producing quality fitness content. Now I'm ready to crush this pole day. Hell yeah, sister, I love that. And thank you for the kind words. I know you're really into outdoor sports. Any new hobbies or activities you want to try? I love this question, Rachel. Randomly, I went rollerblading at like this indoor adventure center where I live, and my friends can do like sick stuff, like insane twists, jumps, like insane tricks on them. So I know rollerblading seems so lame, but like honestly, it's cool when like the people are good at it. I just suck at it, and I looked like a baby deer walking for the first time because I'd never had rollerbladed before. But it honestly was so much fun. So I'd love to get into rollerblading. I really want to get into skateboarding. I've been wanting to do that for so long. And again, I did that after we went rollerblading, and I loved it. And there's like a nice skate park where I live, so I definitely want to get into that as well. Another super random, I really kind of want to get into shuffling, like that dancing. I think I would really like it. And sometimes I have so much energy, I like gyrate, and I feel like then I could just channel it into shuffling. I love that question. So yeah, I would say skateboarding, rollerblading would be really sick. And shuffling, I've really been weirdly called to do that. Do you deadlift? I honestly don't call myself out. I do like stiff leg deadlifts, Romanian deadlifts, but I don't do like conventional deadlifts. I don't, because I feel like I'm gonna get ripped apart when I say why. I just don't personally like the way it builds my body, and I know that sounds really weird, but like my back's always like wicked engaged in it, which I know is what you want, but I just always, I don't know. I just don't think I need it to build the physique that I want to, and I don't really enjoy that movement pattern, so I'm able to still achieve my goals through using different exercises. You look so beautiful today. Thank you. That is very kind. Greetings from Toronto, Canada. Thank you. Hello, hello. We're almost caught up. Lydia, you've been on this for the long haul. Only 15 minutes behind in the reading comments, but it's nice that you give time to every comment. Thank you. That's the thing. I don't want to skip someone, because I'm like, you guys are giving the time, like giving me your time to watch me ask your questions. I don't want to just be like, and skip through it all. And I feel like I'm still at the scale of a channel where I'm able to read through them all. And I know that one day it's going to get to a point where I'm like, can't answer every single one, so I want to do what I can. And also, I know some of you guys DM me, and I struggle to get back to all you guys, so this is like why I do these lives, to like give you my time to respond back to you guys. So I want to hit every question. Love your upper body workout videos. Your shoulders and arms looked amazing in a video where you picked up your dad at the airport. Wait, really? Oh, I think I was wearing a tank top. Thank you, that's very kind. I'm like so subconscious about my upper body, but thank you, I appreciate that. I need to do more upper body actual like workouts, just specifically. Just love you and your videos. Your energy and instruction is so refreshing. Thank you, Jamie, that's very kind. How do I reduce cellulite? I work times a week with rates and cardio. I don't know. Cellulite is, honestly, I know no one wants to hear it, but it is genetic and it's so normal for women, especially in certain parts of the body. So don't beat yourself up about it. Like, it's not, it's just natural and that's okay. And I think just in terms of the only, like, I don't think there's anything specific. It's more so just like working on decreasing your body fat percentage through, you know, increasing your daily movement. I always say setting a step goal and slowly decreasing your portion sizes, given that you're already eating like an adequate amount of food and you're in a healthy place to go into an effective deficit. But so yeah, there's no like tricks or anything I have for you. I feel like it would just be to slowly decrease your body fat percentage. And also just love yourself, sister, because cellulite is so normal. Do you do HIIT? Love you? Honestly, I don't. I did when I was like in the heat of my leaning out phase. This summer for once a week for 20 minutes. Now I don't. My full body functional circuits have HIIT components. It's in like an interval style structure, but it's not as intense as HIIT is at all, because the intensity of each interval of exercise that I do varies, and not every single one is like a high intensity movement. It's more so just that like there's cardio components and HIIT components, but it's not as intense. We ever gonna get a sibling reveal, Liv? Dude, okay. My brother has a YouTube channel. I don't know if I dare say it, but he does. And he's super adventurous. He's like a van lifer. And so yeah, his name's Lucas Catania on YouTube. If he would agree to it, I totally would have him be in a video. I'm in some of his videos, I believe. But yeah, I have 3 siblings total. I'm the youngest of 4. I have my oldest sister, she's like 30. Then Lucas is the one who has a YouTube channel. And then I have another sister above me. And then it's me, who's 22. What made you move to Utah? Seems like a chill vibe state. It's such a chill vibe. So much outdoorsy things to do here. So many sick freaking people. Like, I love it here so much. I grew up skiing here, right? So like this is where I learned how to ski. So it's always been a second home. My dad's a skiing fiend, so we would come out here like multiple times a year to ski. So it's always been a second home to me. We've always had like kind of a place here growing up. My brother moved here. And I've always wanted to be out west. Like, I wanted to go to UC Boulder in Colorado for college, but ended up going to Penn State. I just have always been called to this space. And so once I figured out that all of my classes for my senior year online would be online from COVID, I just was like, I'm just gonna do online school and go to Utah and live with Luke. And I literally have not been home since, and it's gonna be a year in a week. And I just love it here. The people I've met are amazing. There's so many things to do. There's always people outside. It just seems like but I'm from a very small town in upstate New York, so there's just like a lot more going on here than there is at home. And it just feels super, I just feel like there's so much more potential here, so much more like of an opportunity to prosper, so much more going on. And like I said, like I've met really, really cool people. In college, I really struggled to meet like-minded people. Here, like all the people I met are like super into fitness, super fit, super into their health, super into like even holistic health, super active, like really sick skiers. And it's just such an inspiring environment, and like those are personally the people I want to be around. Those are the types of people that I personally resonate with and I personally admire and inspire me. So I just love being around it. I love it here so much, and I just want to keep meeting people. What supplements do you use, and what water, how much water should I drink with creatine? It doesn't really matter how much water that you mix with the creatine. Whatever is up to you. I don't think it really matters. Supplements, I only take like protein powder and protein bars. I'm not on creatine. I'm not on any other supplements. I will take pump sometimes before my leg days. I don't really ever take pre-workout just because I end up working out so late and I want to be able to sleep that night. In terms of like the protein bars, I Built bars, you guys know, are my number one. I'm obsessed with them, and they're a Utah local company, so I love Built Bar. LiveFit 10 for 10% off from your purchase. And then in terms of like protein, I haven't been doing protein powder. I've been drinking pre-made protein shakes from Owen, or the Only What You Need brand. I loved these for so long. Also have a code with them. I know I sound like a walking whatever advertisement, but I genuinely love and use them. That's why I have affiliate codes with them. But so then you can use code LiveFit20 to save 20% off of Only What You Need shakes. They're completely vegan, gluten-free, all of that good stuff. No artificial colors, flavors, sweeteners, no junk in it. And I love them so much. So those are my only like supplements. I'll take a pump product before leg day, protein bars, and protein shakes. My mom always gets mad when I add some dark chocolate to my oatmeal because she thinks it's unhealthy. Bruh. Sorry, Mom. Actually look up the benefits of dark chocolate is a superfood. I'm pretty sure it's a superfood. There's so many health benefits to dark chocolate. Let her know that one. Latvia, you couldn't do it last time either. Thanks. Latvia? Is that better, Elsa? Latvia? Oh my gosh. I'm illiterate. No, I'm kidding. Thank you for the correction though. How long would you recommend staying in a phase like cutting in / increasing calories? Cutting really could be anywhere between like 6 to 12 weeks. Increasing calories can be however long it, however, depends on how high of calories you want to get to and where you started. So that could be, but I feel like the reverse diet of increasing calories definitely takes longer than a cutting phase. Like that could take anywhere between like 3 to 6 months. Hi, I'm new to your channel, and literally the first thing that hits while watching you is your attitude, which I love, and I realize I need to work on it too in my fitness journey. Love from Poland. Thank you, that is very kind. Max, TJ Maxx clothes, yes, girly, yes. They honestly aren't bad. I like how you explain a lot of your positions and movements, like 45 degrees, supinations, and stuff like that. Not a lot of people use that lingo. Oh, great. Thank you. That's nice to hear. I don't do deadlifts either. Literally the only reason I don't because I don't like them. Yeah, same. And I don't squat super often because I don't love it. And it's like, I know there's different workout fiends that are gonna be like, you need to do those huge compound movements, but I've been able to achieve my physique. I don't never do them. I still squat occasionally, and there's different parts of my journey where I would squat more frequently than others, but I just don't think that you need these certain movement patterns to build your physique in a certain way. There's always options, always variations. It's not that I don't ever do squat variations. I just don't like do a barbell squat a ton, but I'll do like a sumo squat with a deadlift or a hack with a dumbbell or a hack squat or something like that. What are your thoughts about DOMS? Do you have any tips to prevent them? DOMS is delayed onset muscle soreness, in case you don't know. So it's just like that soreness sensation that you have like 24 to 48 hours to 72 hours even after you work out. Tips to prevent them. Firstly, make sure that you're eating enough. I find that a lot when people are like chronically sore, you're most likely not eating enough to recover properly from your sessions, or you're not eating enough protein specifically to repair your muscle fibers. So pay attention to that. Or another thing is you're not like having a proper cool down or warm up beforehand. So I've been getting really big into foam rolling. So foam rolling is great. Also doing some dynamic stretches and mobility work will also help you a ton. Can you explain more about the deadlifts? What physique do they build more? I want to be hesitant with this because everyone's different, and I don't want to create like a negative connotation about deadlifting at all. It's just for me, like I just felt like, for me personally, it's a very full body movement, and it engaged too much of my upper body for my liking. Like I've said previously, like I gain muscle very quickly in my upper body and just mass in general, in my opinion. Again, it's just like an insecurity of mine, so I think I am hyper focused on it, but just speaking honestly. And so I just feel like it really engages my upper body more than I want to, and like my back. So I just don't, especially when I'm like trying to hit legs that day, I want to just solely be hitting my legs. Does that make sense? Not everyone's going to agree with me, and I know that it's like avoidable and it's more so like a mental block, but that's just how I feel about it, and I've been able to go along healthily on my journey without them. It's 12:15 a.m. in my country. Amazing. Love from Norway. Love, love, love. How do you stay lean and keep your menstrual cycle? Everyone's so different. Some people aren't going to be able to have like some people are, when they get to the same, like let's say two people are at 16% body fat, genetically someone may be able to be at 16% body fat and be completely hormonally healthy, and someone also who is at 16% body fat may be hormonally stressed out and have hormonal imbalances and not be able to effortlessly maintain that lean of a physique. So that's when I do say that genetics do play a role, because people are so different. For me, I am naturally leaner. Like growing up, I was always really skinny. So I think that's why I'm able to maintain a lean physique and still have my menstrual cycle, but also because I'm still eating an adequate amount of calories. I didn't completely slash calories. I'm not eating 1,200 calories. Like I said, I'm eating around, like on average, 1,900 calories, 2,000 calories. So that's still like a very sufficient amount of calories for my activity level. I also, to get to this point, I've gone through phases of, prepping my metabolism, of increasing my calories, decreasing my calories, to get to a place where I'm leaner, but able to be leaner on higher calories. And when I did go into a deficit to lose some fat and get this lean, I went really slowly and I didn't overdo cardio. So I created a small calorie deficit over time, increased my slow movement by walking, and I didn't overdo cardio or have like a bunch of HIIT sessions. Guys, I'm almost down to the bottom. You keep getting prettier with each video. Thank you, Em, that was nice. How do you deal with classmates and friends making negative comments about how obsessed I am with working out and how often I work out? Woo! Don't even get me started. That, we don't have that around here. First of all, they just don't understand, and they feel, I need to read it again, I got too ahead of myself. Deal with classmates and friends making negative comments about how obsessed I am with working out or how often I work out. Dude, that stuff just rubs me the wrong way. Because it's like, I don't know why that to me speaks very loudly on who someone is as a person when you're coming at them for like a positive personal development characteristic or trait or habit that they're working towards. I'm like, why would you ever come at someone for doing something that's good for them? It's just, I'm like, what's going on with you? Like, I just can't help but feel like they're feeling insecure because they're not putting in that time to better themselves like you are. So just go into your own lane, sister. Know that that's their own perspective. That doesn't need to affect you. And just be confident and comfortable and secure with your position and your decision to try to become a better you, and be proud of that, and know that you don't need their validation or acceptance or kind comments about what you're doing, because you're doing it for you. And if they come at you again and make an annoying negative comment, think of me and say, you know what? LiftFit freaking supports me, and this is what LiftFit does as well, and I don't need all these random people trying to like bring me down. I will say, like, as you get older, people feel comfortable. People who stay at a lower vibration or don't work to expand who they are and to better themselves want other people to stay in that lane so they feel more comfortable and so that they feel more accepted, right? So you just need to be okay with that separation. It's not that you're better than them in any way like that. It's just simply that you're choosing to live life differently, and that's okay if you don't have their approval, because you're doing this for you, and that's all that matters, and you know where you're going, you know your intention, and that's really all that you can hold on to and value, like, in this life. There are randomly a lot of Scandinavians in this chat compared to the fact that there are only 68 people now. Yeah, true. 2 Norway people, Finland, and Denmark. Just got to the gym. Love that, Shannon. I would really like to start being more active and moving my body outside in the gym now that I have the time. What can I do besides from walking? Love from Spain. Honestly, move your body outside. There's so many, I don't know if you're into like you can skateboard, longboard, rollerblade, like I'm saying. You can work on more like body weight ability stuff, like gymnastics or yoga moves or things like that are really big ones. You can jump rope outside. You can hike. I'm trying to think of what else. I feel like those are like my big things. Can weight training with healthy intake cause body fat loss? Yes, especially if you're new to the gym. That would be called body recomp. Especially if you're new to the gym, it's highly likely that you'll like lose fat but gain muscle as well, just by eating at your maintenance level of calories and weight training for the first time. Hi, Jack and Jelly, Iffy fan 662. How do you deal with bad and toxic attitudes people have around you, and what if it's like constant? I'm asking because I swear you're emanating with positivity. Thank you. Sorry, it takes me a second to process. Whenever I'm on live for a while, it gets to the point where my brain starts to go, no, because I just have been talking for so long. This is such a great question, and this is gonna be a little bit harsh, but sometimes it's just the truth. So how do I deal with bad and toxic attitudes, especially when they're constant? Now, here's the thing. Again, I don't want to be that like, as you get older, but it's true, because people get more set in stone in their ways, and as you start to make choices to consciously decide who you want to be and how you live your life, that's when you start to have differences with people, because you might be consciously trying to be a more positive person when other people are not consciously deciding to act that way, and then that's where these clashes start to happen, right? As you get older, when you develop these greater character traits and how you want to approach life. And I will say, like, throughout college, I had friends that I felt were super negative, that were always complaining. And I think me now, I'm even really hypersensitive to it. I really have low tolerance to it now, to the point where I will simply just separate myself. I think a big thing that I would do in college, where especially when people would be gossiping or just complaining about stupid things that like they have the ability to control, but they just are addicted to the drama and just want to be complaining about it simply just to complain because it's comfortable to them, and they're just staying stuck in that low frequency, then low vibration. So what I would do is to not, because honestly that's their ego talking. That's their ego loves drama, their ego loves having conflict, and that's where kind of they identify with, and so that's why they stick to all of this complaining all the time and negative energy and all that stuff. So the biggest thing that helped me would be to not feed their ego by acting out of my ego. So I wouldn't gossip with them. I would try not to be like, oh my God, that's like so annoying, like blah, 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 and feed it. I would try to honestly just listen and be like, okay, but not try to feed into it or give like some positive, maybe kind of try to like subtly redirect the conversation or try to bring it to a neutral point. Because again, I know a lot of people are, it's like annoying when someone's complaining and you're like constantly pounding them with just positivity when they genuinely just want to complain. Because there's people like that like no matter what, they don't want a solution, they just want to complain. So I would try to like kind of slightly guide the conversation or try to get it to a more neutral point. That would be a place where I would start, so I wouldn't like feed into it and it would eventually would kind of like fade out. Or I would just kind of distance myself. I would say like, yep, like kind of listen and then like say I have to go and just remove myself from the situation. Or not to be super intense, but like sometimes the truth is that you need to cut off people in your life. Like you just do. If they're not in alignment with how you want to live their life, like it's so true. I do believe that people are good, but there's just people who are stuck in these constant karmic cycles that you can't be responsible for. You don't need to live through that with them by being stuck in their negativity. I know I'm going off right now, but it just is so important because the people you're surrounded by and the energetic your environment you're in is everything, and it's so precious. And that's something now where I've gotten to a point where I have a very clean, tip-top shape environment that I'm in around that's super positive, super uplifting. I'm very hypersensitive when something isn't that's in my environment, and I've realized how much it really does bring you down, knowing what it's like to be in a really positive, uplifting environment, even if that environment is simply just solely consisting of you, And I think that's something that, I'm going off right now, but I think that's also something that is worth recognizing the value in as well, is knowing that it's quality over quantity always. And being alone isn't what makes you lonely. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm really going off. But it's just like finding that peace with being in yourself and knowing that like you can create a positive, peaceful environment for you is really, it just is everything. And I feel like even now, I guess my point is, what I'm trying to say is, even if I'm not around people all the time, it's like I found so much peace in creating my own positive, uplifting environment that's self-sufficient and making me be on a path towards a place that I want to be in life. And that's really all that matters. You know what I mean? And just like finding peace in that. I don't even know where I was going with that. I just was speaking. But I feel really, 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 very strongly about that because negativity is so draining and it weighs you down so much, and it's hard to really fully see the magnitude of how much it weighs you down until you're actually broken free from it. So cut people off if you need to cut people off, assert boundaries, don't engage in conversations that you don't believe in, don't complain and gossip with someone just because that's what feels comfortable and right and that's what they want to do. Be discerning, speak your truth. If you don't feel called to, or if you don't want to engage in that low vibrational activity, don't. And I don't care if they're wondering why you're not gossiping with them. Question that person's morals, where they are at consciously and vibrationally, and know that, okay, you're not an energetic match for where I want to be going in life, because the fact that you're trying to hold me down to this lower vibration of talking poorly on people and complaining shows who you are as a person that I don't want to be involved with. Like, it's true though. Is there a general timeline that you think there is that should be for productive cut and bulk? Timelines for a cut, like I said, anywhere between the 6 to 12 weeks. A bulk can be a long time. I think a bulk to get anywhere though, I feel like it needs to be at least like 4 months in my opinion. But it can last up to like years. It's just up until wherever you feel like you want to go into a deficit or go back into maintenance. But I would say on average, a bulk would be from like 4 to 8 months. Would you say creatine is a necessity? Definitely not at all. I think it's a super safe supplement and great for everyone, but not a necessity. I'm not on it. I haven't been on it for the majority of my fitness journey. Yes, it's correct now. You really have a good pronunciation. Oh, thank you. After me completely butchering it, now I have good pronunciation. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go for like 2 more minutes. They're jealous of you working out when they don't, honey. Work out, do your thing. They're just insecure about the fact that they can't do what you do. Love you. Yes, dude, seriously, it's like, it's just so, oh, I think I skipped some. But seriously, it's just so, that's why I like get heated, because I just am like, it doesn't make sense to me, because I'm super passionate about like wanting to become your best self. I don't understand why some people don't want to become their best self. And exactly like what she's saying, like, why would someone come at you for wanting to work out and like being passionate about something that's good for you? Like, that just speaks so loudly on their insecurity and lack of effort, time, and intention to become their best self. So it's just like, it's, I don't know how to explain. It's like not even to the point anymore. I'm like, oh, they're making me feel bad. I'm just like, wow, like that's speaking. Thank you for completely shining light on, you know, what the effort that you're lacking to put into your own life is like how I see it. Lifit's getting tense and stern, but I mean, you have to be discerning. What tips would you give me to eat more protein in my diet? I can't seem to eat enough protein and lift 5 times a week. Dude, I literally as in yesterday, I just filmed a YouTube video about all my favorite protein sources, or like literally all the ways that I get protein in. So stay tuned, it's gonna be out on Tuesday. It's another vlog with a full body functional workout in there, which I know some of you guys really enjoy. But tips for eating more protein. Every time you sit down, whether it being a meal or a snack, try to have it be protein focused is the first thing. Start with a protein source, then build around it. That's like my biggest thing. Next thing, if you struggle, like focus on just getting shakes in, right? Make protein shakes, protein bars, they really help. But some of my favorite protein sources are like normal chicken, chicken sausage, ground turkey. I make turkey tacos with that, and like turkey burgers. Turkey sausage is also a good one. Canned tuna, salmon. They also make salmon like in a little packet that I've been using. Turkey bacon, turkey sausage, eggs, edamame. Those are like all of my protein sources. Did your leg workout recently and I loved it. What's the split you followed when you were trying to gain muscle? Honestly, a very similar, when I was getting like in the heat of my bulks, I would just do push-pull leg split, which is similar to what I'm doing now. I just cut out like the 2 more upper body days, if you will. Because usually it's like push-pull legs, and then rest on the 7th day. But now I'm only doing the 2 leg days and 2 push-pull days instead of 4. But yeah, that was my split, push-pull legs. How often should I up my calories coming from super low? Would it be best to add 50 to 100 a day, or should it, no. Okay, I read these so fast I don't even say them out loud. Would it be best to add 50 to 100 calories a day, or try to achieve that over a week? That you would want to do that on a weekly basis. Try to add 50 to 100 calories per week. I just always prefer to do a more modest, slow approach to help minimize like stress on your body, give your body time to actually fully adapt to the calorie intake. So I would say 50 to 100 calories a week. Thanks, Joseph. Thank you for coming. Okay, I'm gonna try to run through these. Okay, why did you stop taking creatine? I honestly just didn't really feel like called to take it anymore. I mentioned this in a blog, like sometimes I get through really like super gym bro phase where I'm like, oh yeah, like I really wanna just feel like a gym bro, and other times I wanna be super organic and live really naturally, focus on whole foods and not be on supplements, and that kind of was like what initially made me come off of creatine. I also was just it just wasn't my goal, wasn't really to gain strength and power anymore. I'm content with my muscle mass. I didn't really feel a need to like be pushing more weight. And I was going into a cut. So I just kind of decided to come off it. It's not like a super big reason. I still believe in creatine. I get asked this all the time. I still believe in creatine. I'm not against it. I don't have a big reason for coming off of it. I just kind of did. I might start again, maybe, but do you ever deal with body dysmorphia, and do you have any tips to avoid it and gain a positive mindset? I 100% deal with body dysmorphia, and I try to be more open with it, and I don't mean to say like, oh, I don't feel great about my body today, to feel like have a pity party or be pessimistic or be like, because I know people look up to me with my physique, so I don't say that to be like, meh, 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 meh. It's more so I say it because I want to be open and just simply share like, really no matter how you look, like I still deal with it mentally, and I just want to be open about it, that it still exists. So yes, I do. But I think the biggest thing that helps me avoid it or work through it is like, again, my positive affirmations, my gratitude, being grateful for what my body is capable of, and just simply like developing a relationship with myself to the point where I just love myself. Like even now, I'm not as shredded as I was at like the peak of my summer, at the peak of this summer. And I was literally like just noticing the other day, like I was like, I still genuinely love my body so much. And it's not from the place of like the way my body is looking. It's like simply just because I love myself. Like I love my body because I love what it does for me. And like taking the time to develop that by simply practicing that, by speaking positively to myself, by journaling, by getting to know myself, by meditating, by learning who I am. Like I want to hug myself. It's like how you would love a friend. Like if your friend were to gain some weight or lose some weight, that wouldn't make you love them more or less. It's like, okay, cool, they just changed the way they look, but I still love you for who you are. That's like how I feel like with my body and like with my sense of self. And a big thing is like, yeah, just remember like being proud of all the things that I'm capable of and not focusing so much on like how that I look really helps me. But like the biggest thing is just like loving yourself, like developing a relationship with yourself through all the mindful practices that I always preach. You only work with YouTube. I also do Instagram and TikTok if that's what you're asking. But in terms of like revenue wise, I make money through also like working with brands and stuff like that through like affiliate codes and through like collaborations. How to get over the fear of gaining weight when you've been chubby your whole life and now you're skinny, looking to build muscle and trying to gain weight, love. Okay, totally 100% valid. And I honestly think about this a lot because I had a different scenario. Like I was always really skinny. So like when I first was gaining muscle, I had no fear of gaining weight, of gaining body fat or anything like that because it just wasn't where I came from. You know what I mean? So it's like, I totally get that. And I think, again, the fear of overgaining weight, that's just another mental block, right? That's our mental perception where society taught us that weight gain is a bad thing, but it's not at all. Like just because the number goes up on the scale literally means nothing. It's all your body composition essentially. So again, just know like you also might need to sacrifice things in the short term, be uncomfortable in the short term to achieve your goal in the long term, right? So you might gain some weight, you might gain some excess body fat, but in the long run, it's gonna be so worth it because then maybe once you go through a cutting phase or a leaning out phase after that, and you actually took the time to build muscle, you're gonna be so much more confident in your body. So as with any goal in life, like sometimes you need to sacrifice things. And in this case, it might be short-term comfortability in your physique or the shreds. But just know it's for like the greater good and for your health and for your goal in the long term. So I think just reminding yourself that it's temporary, knowing that your body doesn't define who you are. You don't need to identify with your body. A certain body fat percentage doesn't make you beautiful versus not beautiful. And just know it's for the greater good. And just like sometimes I look at it that, especially with fitness goals, I'm like, it's all business. Like I just cut out. I think it's kind of a sign that I should wrap this up because it's been so long. Okay, this cut out, so I'm gonna go really quick. Daily step goal is still about 10K a day. I definitely would love to do day in the life videos. How many hours does it take you to do exercise on leg day? My leg days last like an hour to an hour and 30 minutes. So I'm just trying to get these quick ones. Okay. Goals for the upcoming month. These are my last two. I mean it. The goals for the upcoming month for October. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's already October. Definitely start going to sleep earlier. Yeah, thank you, Lydia. Literally an hour and a half later, here we are. Definitely want to go to sleep earlier. I have not been doing well. That was my goal this month, to try to go to bed between 10 and 10:30. I really want to get on that. I want to be just more productive next month. I want to start working more on just be more proactive. I just find myself like not doing as much as I could. YouTube takes a ton of my time, which is completely fine, but I want to be working on other projects, podcast situation, all that sort of stuff, and just be more proactive overall for the brand of doing other things. In terms of the gym, I've honestly been really chilling. I haven't been super hyper focused with like physique goals, strength goals, anything like that. I've just been chilling. And just been enjoying training and have been enjoying not being super hyper focused about my food. And I want to kind of be able to give time and energy and allocate it to more growing this brand and like giving you guys as resources. Like I said, I've been lifting and doing this for 5 years. I feel like I'm at a comfortable place, and now I feel like I want to be giving back to you guys by creating guides and all of that stuff and more resources. How's your spirituality, you guys? Okay, being very open. Wait, hand. BCW, I'm so proud of you. Your lifestyle so inspiring and motivating. I started watching you at 20K subs, and now you're at 30K. Wow, so grateful to the journey. I love that. Thank you. That's very kind. Yeah, it's crazy when people are like, I subscribed at 3,000 subs, now you're at 30,000. It blows my mind. Can you send me bracelets? I would love for you to send me bracelets. I'm always looking to add this. Okay, really quickly, back to my spirituality. I honestly, this is like a weird thing where I'm honestly very spiritual, but I don't want to like be super open about it because it's like I feel like people see it as like, same thing with religion. Like I don't want to feel like I'm forcing religion on somebody or making people uncomfortable by talking about it. I'm personally very open-minded, so I wouldn't be offended by it, but I just don't want to, I don't know how people would receive it yet. And also my spirituality is something very personal to me. It's the very thing that I feel very intimate with. So regardless of how people would take it, just me speaking my truth, I don't even know if I want to be super vocal about it completely because it's so intimate to me. And I like that it's very private. And I feel like that connection with spirit and stuff should be private, just the way that I operate. I'm a very sentimental person. Like even with my relationships in my day-to-day, I'm not super vocal all the time with like sharing people's business and all that stuff. I like having private interactions with people one-on-one, and that's how I feel with spirit and stuff. So maybe one day I'll be more open about it when I feel more comfortable and I feel more ready and I feel more called. But right now I definitely feel myself going through a lot of spiritual shifts and awakenings. And I feel super, super connected with spirit, like the most I really ever have, especially these past few months. I feel like a lot has really gone down where I just feel a lot more connected. And my biggest thing is like, I was raised really Catholic, actually. I was raised, with full belief in God. I was baptized, first communion, confirmation. My parents are super religious. And I always can't help but think that we're all just preaching the same thing, but in different ways. I will never say that God is not real. I think that spirit may be God and that God is spirit and that spirit is the universe. I think that the higher power is the higher power. I think God and spirit and the universe is everything and it's everywhere. I don't really see it as like an entity where I feel the need to personify it as God, if that makes sense. But that is a whole other thing that I could talk about for literal decades. But my spirituality is going well. And if you feel, I think you said that you were struggling with it. Yeah, it's kind of been rough. Now that's honestly normal because I don't know a ton about the actual spiritual terms, but I've heard things of the dark night of the soul, which I don't know fully what that is, but I think it's when you initially start to awaken or go through the spirituality process, that it's it's very normal to feel very alone or feel almost overwhelmed because you're starting to question so much, or more questions are getting raised. You're just having more curiosity about life, and you're looking at life in a way that's different than others. That's very different than the vast majority of people that are around you. So it's easy to feel kind of alone and question everything because you're just you're kind of relearning the way of life and what really matters in life. So it's normal to feel like things are going rough, or to feel lonely, or to feel overwhelmed, or to feel that you don't really know the truth of things because you're questioning so much. But I think just know that it's normal, and just know that it gets better. And I think that's honestly a good thing. You want to be questioning things. And again, just take the time to come back to self. I think that's a big thing that I've learned, because there was a point in time where I kept looking so much to external factors, right? Whether that being, astrology, tarot, other spiritual teachers, all that stuff. And really, all of the answers truly are with ourselves. And I think going back to ourselves via journaling, sitting in silence, meditating, and connecting with spirit, connecting with your inner body, connecting with your own energy gives you so much more of the answers, the internal presence, internal joy, internal peace that you're looking for. So I would think my biggest advice would be to get quiet. If you're feeling very overwhelmed with your spirituality, or things are feeling rough or not making sense, sit with yourself and find that peace. And I think that will give you a lot more answers than you think. Rising sign and moon sign are both Sagittarius, which I think makes a lot of sense. So I'm a Cancer, which I think explains why I'm so emotional, super sentimental, I feel things really deeply. I'm really intuitive as well. And then I definitely have a lot of fire in me. So my moon sign, rising sign is Sagittarius. My Venus is in Leo. And I forget what I think Mars is also in Leo. I have a lot of fire in my chart, which I didn't know, but actually makes so much sense as to why I love all of this and being on camera and being animated, I feel like. So yeah. Anyways, I would love to be more open about the spiritual stuff. I guess it's just so sentimental and important to me. I don't really feel a need to like be super vocal about it yet because it's something that's like super sentimental to me. So anyway, I'm gonna go now. And I always say I'm only gonna be on here for an hour, and it's always way longer than an hour. Yep, 2 hours. So, anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for being here. This will be saved on my channel. I'm sending you guys so much love, and hopefully I'll see you in my video on Tuesday. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for 30K. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Hasta luego, ski.